Wife's AP as a woman, what should I do now? Hi everyone, welcome back to another Reddit cheating story. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you won't miss another cheating story goes live. I caught my wife in a serious affair with another woman about 7 years ago. They were exchanging "I love you so much and I wish we could be together forever" texts. She was going out with her and lying about where she was and who she was with, etc. My wife is bi and I've never had an issue like this until I discovered the affair by noticing hundreds of texts on the phone bill to the same number while I was asleep every night. So I looked in her phone, saw what was going on and decided to confront her about the phone bill. I didn't tell her I had looked at her phone and seen the messages because I wanted her to come clean rather than only admit fault because she had no out. I hope that works provide an avenue for reconciliation and rebuilding trust. My wife denied anything was odd, and then began accusing me of being jealous and irrational. She texted her friend that night while I was asleep and said, "We need to talk, please call me," and then they had a 2-hour phone call. The next morning I checked her phone again and they had been texting about how nothing can keep them from loving each other, all kinds of star-crossed lover stuff. I confronted her again that morning, and she denied it yet again, then deleted the text messages that she didn't think I'd already seen. I told her I knew she deleted the texts because I had seen them and she still denied it, saying they were just friends and sometimes friends say "I love you" even though these were very specifically romantic texts. I told her I couldn't trust her anymore and if she couldn't be honest about this with me then I didn't see how we could stay together. We had a kid together so I was half bluffing to get her to come clean, because my kid was my life and I was not about to give up a single day with her to share custody, or lose it. She called my bluff and said, "I'm sorry you feel that way," and basically told me I'm free to leave the relationship whenever I want. No fight, no asking for forgiveness, just basically daring me to leave her, which she knew I wouldn't do. It was like a kid standing in front of a broken cookie jar, saying with a straight face that she didn't touch it. I asked her to please just stop seeing the other woman and take our marriage seriously so we could raise our daughter together, and she agreed to do that, without actually admitting to having done anything in the first place. That was good enough for me because really, all I wanted was to be able to wake up in the same house as my daughter every day. Fast forward 7 years and I've been doing my best to get past this issue, but she has never admitted to ever doing anything, and at this point, understandably, she threatens to leave if I bring it up. I don't harass her about it, but I still stay up at night with anxiety over it, and if she asks me what's wrong, I tell her. We've had 2 more kids because I was really thinking I could get over it, and she had stopped seeing the woman. But here I am, still worrying about it and wishing things had gone differently. Is there any way to convince myself to get over it and move on without her ever being honest about what happened? I still don't want to leave her because I love her and I love seeing my kids every day, and outside of this instance she's incredibly compassionate and a great mom to our kids. Second story. I don't really have anyone to talk to about this, but I hope that this community can give me some good advice or words of encouragement on what to do next. Backstory: my F29 boyfriend, M36, of 2 years, who was my best friend for a year before we started dating, has been cheating on me with his ex during the first year of our relationship. I found out through social media. When they were together she would post pictures of what they were up to and tag him. Also, when I discovered what was happening, her social media account was screaming that they are dating. She posted his picture with kissy emojis. The Instagram stories with the times when they were together were pinned as highlights. Her bio included lovey-dovey stuff about someone. We worked it out, or at least I thought so. He said he's done with her, he doesn't want to lose me, I was the best thing that ever happened to him, etc. All the nice stuff. You see, when I met him, I believe that we have a very strong connection that goes beyond just a physical attraction. I am an ambitious person who really puts in the work into things I want to achieve and who wants to aim for a bit less ordinary things. With all the work I put into educating myself, my career skyrocketed over the past few years. I have consistently worked on saving money and investing to be able to retire by 35. I have been grinding at the gym every day for hours for the past few years, teaching myself gymnastics. For vacations, I climb mountains. When I met him, we shared the same ambition, the same lifestyle, very similar goals, and most importantly we spoke about how we have very similar values in life: respect, loyalty, and honesty. Before I met him, I was single for a few years because I was waiting for someone special, someone who I could grow with as an individual and as a couple. Someone who would be as ambitious and hardworking as I am and who I could share that experience with, and most importantly, who I could trust 100%, have a healthy relationship with, build our lives together while having space for personal growth as well. When I met him I believed that it was that person and felt so lucky to have him in my life. When we spoke about reconciling, he convinced me that it was a mistake, something he would never do again. So I forgave him, which was the hardest thing that I have ever done. At the beginning of this year, we moved to a new country where we both always wanted to live. Living in a new place gave me some security, and our relationship got better and stronger than before. We don't live together yet, but we were talking about the future and living together in a year or so, maybe even buying a property together. However, a few months ago I started getting a bad feeling about the whole situation. It started with a very innocent thing. It was my birthday a few months ago and he forgot about it. He did the same last year. I didn't make a big deal out of it, invited him to simply have dinner with me on a day, and moved on. But later I noticed that he became less emotionally available. He would share less of his daily life with me, stopped responding to my affectionate texts. Physical affection was going up and down in waves. I tried not to overthink anything, but has started having nightmares of him and his ex being together. As a result, I did something I knew will not end up well. I checked her social media again and my heart got crushed. She's moving to the same country and the same city where we live on January 1st. She still has my boyfriend's pictures and stories on her account, and her bio has the same lovey-dovey things about being in a relationship with someone. I could try to convince myself that she met someone new, but by now I am a bit too skeptical about everything not to put the two and two together. I think he kept talking to her and it looks like things are going beyond just talking. At the moment I am visiting my family in a different country. My boyfriend still texts me as if nothing happened. I just simply don't know what to do. I know that when I come back home by the end of the year my whole life will be shattered. He will either dump me for his ex or he will cheat on me with her. I feel helpless in this situation because there's simply nothing that I can do. I was so excited about the new year. I had so many new goals for myself and for both of us. I did so many nice things for his birthday a few weeks ago as well as for Christmas before I left for a family visit. I poured my heart into everything and he was very receptive to all of those things. Seeing what has been happening behind my back is so mind-blowing. I guess I am just at the loss of what to do now. Wait for him to come clean and tell me what's going on behind my back, or should I confront him as soon as I go back home? Thank you to anyone who read this whole thing. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for any future cheating stories.